whole. So the denominator represents the total number of pieces in that whole, and then the numerator is the how many pieces are there of that whole. So if I ate 3/4 of a pizza, that means that the pizza was cut in 4 slices, but I only ate. If the pizza was cut in 4 slices, and I only ate 3 of those slices, so picturing what 3 slices would be like that. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So you just looking at this, it looks like I ate most of the pizza. Hey, decimals. Decimals are numbers that. Okay. Now, a little different. I'm gonna bring us to the whiteboard for this. Okay, decimals are numbers that also kind of represent fractions too. In fact, yeah, they basically represent partial amounts too. So they're just about the same as fractions. They're just written differently. So 1.5. That point is a decimal. 1.5 is a decimal number. It has a decimal point right there. So who knows what the okay? So now the numbers before the decimal point are whole numbers. Yeah. So this is a whole number 1. So this 1.5 has 1 whole, and then what does the 5 mean? What is the 0.5? Okay, put it on the chat. What does 0.5 mean? Yeah, it means half. It means half, or in fraction form, like this, half. Yeah. And it's because this 0.5 means half because when you, okay, well, if let's just take out the 1 and just do 0.5 plus 0.5, 0.5. And what's 5 plus 5? Let's just ignore the decimal point. 5 plus 5. It equals 10, right? Well, 10. And then when you add decimal numbers, you just put the decimal point where the same spot it was in the original numbers. So in the first numbers, 0.5, 0.5. Yep. So when you add up the 5s, you just place the decimal point where it is, where the point is on the 5. So this 0.5, that's 1 decimal place. The other one is also 1 decimal place. So this also would be just 1 decimal place too. So 0.5 plus 0.5 makes 1.0. And 1.0 is basically 1. Yeah, because 1.0 is the whole number 1. And that's why 0.5 means half. It means just think of like out of the whole number 1. Just like how when I said fractions, fractions are a partial amount out of a whole, a sum, like in basically we use 1 to compare it to, and we do the same with decimal points. We compare it to 1. So how many 0.5s make 1? Yeah, 2.5. So that means it needs 2 of these. So 0.5 means half. Now, good. As for decimals, hey, I'm going to give you another one. How about 0.25? How much would that be in, how much is that? You can say the fraction, or you can say, go ahead and try to describe it in your own words. What does 0.25 mean? Mm. Mm-hmm. It means 1/4 or 1/4. It means a quarter. Okay, so the number before the decimal point is 0, so there's no whole number here. This is not a whole number at all. But what does 25 mean? 0.25. Yeah, it means a quarter. So who has a quarter? Yeah, you know how many cents a quarter is? 25 cents. Yeah. And yeah, if a quarter is 25 cents, how many quarters makes $1? How many quarters do you need to make $1? Yeah, you need 4 quarters because 25 cents times 4 is 100. 100 cents. And 100 cents is $1. So that's why 0.25 in fraction form means a quarter or 1/4. Because there are 4 quarters in $1. But 0.25 just means one out of the 4. Yeah, good, excellent. Confusion? Question? Okay. When we work on the math problems, you'll understand more. Yeah. Okay. Everyone done writing this? Everyone done writing? Okay, good. But no one notices the fireball. Okay. All right. Okay, class. Now we're gonna go on to this math page right here. Unlock the problem. Yeah, the African pygmy hedgehog. It's a popular pet in North America. And the average African pygmy hedgehog weighs between 0.5 and 1.25 pounds. How can these weights be written as fractions or mixed numbers? Okay, so here's a hedgehog. See, hedgehog. And it weighs between 0.5 pounds and 1.25 pounds. Yeah, it's weight. How heavy it is. But they're giving it to us in decimal numbers. So 1.5 to 1.25. Okay. Well, how can these weights be written as fractions? Fractions or mixed numbers. We'll talk about mixed numbers soon. But yeah, fractions. How do you turn 0.5 and 1.25 as a fraction? Oh, if you forgot to change your Zoom name, just put your real name on the chat so the moderator can change your name. Okay, so write 0.5 as a fraction, and then 1.25 is a mixed number. I'll tell you what mixed numbers are in a sec. Okay. 0.5. Let's start with 0.5. That's the first rate here. So 0.5. How do you? Oh. I'm so happy that you got me this. I forgot to talk to you about place. I forgot to do this. Talk to you about place values. Okay, so tell me, who here knows what place values are? Digits. Everyone know digits? The digits of a number? Good. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back to the whiteboard. Okay, so digits. I'm gonna give you a number 326. Okay, so in big numbers like this, there's going to be there's gonna be a label for every number inside that number. So just 326 is itself is one whole number, but when we look at just the little separate numbers right here, they actually do have a purpose. They each have their own position, their own place in the number. So they are classified as values, place values, digits. So what digit is 6? What place are you? Yeah, ones. Yep, 6 in 326. 6 is the ones digit because it's the very first digit starting from the right. So it's all in one. So in this, there are 6. In this number, there are 6 ones. And then what is the 2? The 2 is the tens digit. So this is kind of saying that there's 2 tens or that there's a 20. Yeah, so there's 6 ones and then there's 2 tens. Very good participants. And then what do you call the 3's digit in 326? Exactly. Just like that. It's the hundreds digit. 326 hundreds. Yeah. So in 326, the 3 is the hundreds digit because it's like saying 300s. There are 3 of these hundreds. And then there are 2 tens. Yeah, 20, 26. And then there are 6 ones. 6. And then I mean I can also go higher at if I turn this into 1,000, 4,326, what do you call the 4? Yeah, the thousands digit because it's 4,000, right? It's in the thousands region. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I got my youngest people. Yeah, this is probably new to you. You can write this down. Yep, write this down on your notes. Yeah, but a lot of you already know this, so you're all set. So while you're waiting for our little ones to write down the notes, you can follow this and try to catch it. Whoever catches this ball gets to bring Braxton to the vet. The veterinarian. Ooh, some people already caught it. Okay, everyone done writing? Okay. So, a lot of people want to volunteer and take Braxton to the vet. And then some people are like, he's gonna attack me. Okay, so anyway, so how do we now place value now decimal numbers? Now I'm going to talk about place values decimals. So now we know that so here's the decimal, and we know that all the numbers before the decimal are all whole numbers. So 1 is the whole number here. Now, everything after the decimal, these are just all partial numbers, small parts, components. It's not a whole. So, the very first digit after the decimal point, what do you call that? It's called the 10th digit. Yeah, so this is strange. Before the decimal point, you would call this the ones digit, but after the decimal, the first digit is you wouldn't call it the 1th or something. It's the 10th digit. 10th. So TH. So a little different than the tens digit. Yeah, when we were doing tens and hundreds digits. Yeah. Decimal numbers after the decimal, you have a TH at the end. And then what do you call the 3? It's called the hundredth digit. And different than hundreds, it has a TH. Hundredths.
I chose the model.
Yeah, and then the thousands digit is, thousands. So, and TH again at the end. Okay, so, I'll leave that right up there. And then, okay, how do we convert 0.5 into a fraction? Like the fractions that we looked like 3/4. So, okay, so when we want to convert decimals to fractions, here's the trick. Okay. 0.5, 0.5, and we know, and some of you already know what fraction that is because we just talked about it. But now to convert it officially into a fraction, here's the trick. Okay, after the decimal point, whatever the number or numbers are, that'll automatically be the numerator. And then, how do you decide the denominator? Yeah, the denominator is going to be what the place value of that digit is. So what's the place value of the digit 5 here? Yeah, we know that after the decimal point, the very first digit is tenth. Tenths. So if this 5 is a 10th digit, then the denominator is 10. So it's like saying 5 over 10. And it's because 0.5 is like saying 5/10. Yeah. So and also, okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, and we're gonna actually work on problems like this and later on, is that we're gonna simplify this because we can also make this look a little easier, a little simpler to look at. As in, we can reduce the numbers, we can lower the numbers, make them smaller, but still make them the same the same amount. So here's how we're gonna reduce these. Okay, so the numerator is 5, the denominator is 10. If we want to make these fractions simpler, make them smaller, we have to find a common number that can divide both of these. So what's the number that can divide both 5 and 10? Besides 1. I mean, anything can divide by 1, but what else can divide 5 and 10? Yes, 5. Yep, so over here, I'll look down here, 5 over 10. Yep, 5 over 10. We can divide both the numerator and denominator by 5. Yeah. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. Hey! Who's familiar with this? Yeah. I'm from, we just talked about 1/2. Yeah, so really 5/10 means 1/2. We simplified it by dividing both numbers by the same number and making it look smaller, so it's easier to understand. And yep, in the end, 5/10 really means 1/2. So it It means like if I had a pizza and I ate one half of it, then the pizza is cut into two equal pieces, and I eat that one of those pieces, that whole half piece. Yeah. Now, how did we pick 5 at? Why did we pick 5? Well, here's a little trick when it comes to deciding what number can divide both numbers, both numerator and denominator. Is remember the greatest common factor? Yeah, we can use the greatest common factor to find a number that can divide a fraction. Okay, so we'll talk about that later on. Okay, so let's try 1.25. 1.25, convert this into a mixed number. Yep, mixed number. And what is a mixed number? I'll give you a little 3, 4 over 9. 3 and then 4 over 9. That's a mixed number. It's a mix of the whole number and then the partial fraction. Yeah. Okay, so how do we convert 1.25 into a fraction, or, well, in this case, a mixed number? Because see, there's a 1 before the decimal, so we know that there's definitely a 1 as a whole number. There's one whole number here. Okay, so what do we do? No, we're not taking Braxton to the vet yet. That's for later. What is the question? How do you write 1.25? Okay. So 1.25, first take the 1 and put it right here. It is the whole number, so it doesn't go into a fraction. The 2.5, yep, the 2.5 we need to get into. So remember what I said? All these numbers will automatically be the numerator. And then the denominator will be what? Yeah, the denominator will be whatever the place value is for the 2.5. And when there's more, okay, so unlike the last problem, which only had 5, so that was easy, this one has 2 and 5. So we decide the place value by just going with the last digit. So this 5 is the last digit of all of this. So this 5, what place value is it? Hundreds. Yeah, the 5 is the hundredth digit in 1.25. Hundredth in 1.25. So the denominator is going to be 100. So it is 1 and 25 over 100. And very good. Yep. People on the chat, we can simplify this too. Just like last time, we can simplify the 25 over 100 because 25 and 100, those are pretty big numbers. Can we just try to make this a little smaller? We could, because we can find a number. To make it smaller, to simplify it, we need to find a common number to divide both of them. And just to make it the smallest it can be, we have to find the highest number that can divide them both. So if we're picking the highest common number for them to divide them both, we are finding the greatest common factor. Yep. So you use the greatest common factor to simplify fractions. because the greatest common factor will be the biggest number that both the 25 and the 100 can divide by, and that is common, that they both have. Okay, so what can 25 and 100 be divided by? Yep. Now, we can make our list of numbers. Yeah, there's a lot of that, but everyone remember? Does 25 times something make 100? Yeah, 25 times what equals 100? Yeah, 25 times 4 equals 100. So, 100 can be divided by 25 itself. Yeah, so if 100 itself can be divided by 25, and 25, of course, can be divided by 25, then our greatest common factor is 25. So we can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 25. What is the answer? Yep. Be 1. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. Oh, and then we have this whole number here, 1. So here's our answer. 1/4. Yes, let me talk about how I got 25. Yeah. So when we had to simplify this, find a common number to divide 25 and 100, we can make you can still make a list of like all the numbers to get, and all the numbers that all the factors of 25 and 100. So 100, I know 1, then 2, not 3, 4. 4 times 25 is 100. 5, yep, 5 times 20 is 10, not 12, not 15, 20, then 25. Oh, and then when you find out, oh yeah, 25 is a factor, and then for 25 itself, 25 is a factor of 25. So we can see that the greatest common factor for both of these numbers is 25. Okay, alright, so anyway, yep, 1/4. So we got the answers. So the first one was 1/2. And then the second one is 1/4. Yep, so the average African pygmy hedgehog weighs between 1/2 and 1/4. Let's now first. Okay. In fact, okay, I'm gonna go down here. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do example 2 right here. I'm gonna kind of show you what the fractions and decimals kind of look like on a number line. Okay, so everyone draw this right here. Draw this on your notebook. This is a number line. How many of you have used a number line? Yeah, it's a great way to really understand numbers and how they look, how much one number looks like to another number. Yep. Yep. So draw this and label it like this. So 3.2, put the 3 1/5 right there, and then the 3 here, and the 4 there. Yep. Draw it like that. Give you 30 seconds. Yeah, and you also have to make sure it has the same number of lines. One, two. Okay, 15 more seconds. Finish drawing your number line. Well, and if you're already done and you want to try to do the question, you can do it here. It's up here. Alright, so we're going to do this question now. Graph 3 3/5 on the number line and then write it as a decimal. Let's look at this number line. So this a number line is just basically a line with numbers showing you the direction and how much something is out of how much one number is out of another number. So like normally a number line, you would either in the end or in the middle you would have the number 0, but we won't have 0 over here. It just starts at number 3. So this number line starts at 3 and it ends with 4. We are graphing 3 3/5. So okay, where is 3 3/5 on this number line, and what would it look like as a decimal number? Okay, let's look at the number line. Here's 3, and then when we look at each of these lines are distances right here. So this line is 3, and then we have this line, and then the next line, it is 3 1/5, or 3.2. Okay, and also label like just to make it easier, label it like this. D stands for decimals. This side is going to be all decimals, and then F stands for fractions. So all of this is going to be F. As all of these are going to be fractions. Okay, so 3 1/2, and then this and 3 1/2 is the same as saying 3.2. It's the same as 3.2. So now if we keep going over to the next line, this, and then this, what would be over here now? What would be under this line? Yeah, 3.4, 3 2/5, and yep, 3.4 for decimal. Yeah, so just look at the pattern. The distance between 3, okay, then there's one line, and then the second line, and then this is 3 1/5, or 3.2 in decimal. And then you just think of going the same distance. Okay, here's a number line, and then here's the next line, and so the next line must be, okay, then we must 3 2/5, and then 3.4.
What happened when we battle this person?
Yeah. And then when we go to the next line, then this must be 3/5. Oh, that's it. Look at that. 3/5. Yeah. So this is 3/5 right here. It's right here in this number line. And then as we can see, this is going up by 2. So 3.2, 3.4. So this must be 3.6. Yeah. Oh, and here's a little trick. Over here you can also just write with this beginning 3 as a decimal. It is 3.0. So 3.0, 3.2, 3.4, and 3.6. So here it is. 3/5 is 3.6. And hey, if we kept going further, then what would be next? What would be over here? 3, yeah, same distance as last time. 3/4. The numerator is now 4. And then what would be up here? Yeah, 3.8. Yeah. Again, you just add another 0.2. And then when you could go over here, 1, 2, yep, you get the next is 4. Or, I mean, some of you may think, okay, well, 3/4, and then when I go again another 2, shouldn't this be 3/5? And yeah, it actually, it would be, but we have another way of calling this, because now, okay, you have a whole number right here, 3, and then this is a fraction, but this is a fraction where the numerator and the denominator are the same. So in this fraction, if there were 5 slices of pizza, all 5 are being eaten. So if I am eating all 5 of the 5 slice of this 5-slice pizza, how much am I eating? I'm eating the whole pizza. Yeah, so 5/5 actually means one whole. So you're actually adding one whole with the 3. So it's 4. So 4. And then again, if you continue the same the distance with the decimals, it's 4.0. Yeah, okay. Is this clear for everyone? Yeah, 4.0 is the same as 4. These are the same. Like if I told you, hey, what's the decimal point? What's the decimal form of 7? 7? 7's a whole number. Yeah, it's a whole number, but you can still write it as a decimal. It'll just be 0.0. Yeah. If I asked you what is the decimal form of 1,053, you say it's 1,053.0. It's all the same. Okay, now those I'm sure some of you have already already done waiting for the next problem. Okay, so teams. Now on the share and show, it's time to do these independent problems here. So number 3. Okay, ready? I'm gonna go down now. Number 3. Actually. Actually, let me talk about. Okay, yeah. In fact, I shouldn't have skipped this. Let me talk about now. Writing fractions as as decimals if you get a fraction where basically writing fractions as decimals. So 3 taking this 6, just taking the 3/8, this fraction is 3/8. How do you write this as a decimal? It's pretty easy. The thing with fractions is that they mean partial, proportional, small components, small amount out of the entire whole. And it means the relationship of the numerator to the denominator. So here's another thing about that. Because of that proportional relationship of the numerator to the denominator, it's also like dividing the numerator with the denominator. So 3/8 is actually, it's also 3 divided by 8. You are doing 3 divided by 8 when you have a fraction that's 3/8. So we're going to do 3 divided by 8. And how do we do 3 divided by 8? Okay, well, in a long division sign, 3 is the first number, so it goes inside. And then 8 is the second number, so the 8 is dividing the 3 up, so it has to be outside. So how do you do 3 divided by 8? 8 is a bigger number. Remember what I said about fractions? Decimals. Remember I said decimals. 3 also means 3.0. Yep. So we're gonna add some zeros with 3. Yeah. So 0, 0, 0. And here, I'm going to go straight on to the problem that's way here in the book. Okay, so 3, and then we extended it with a decimal and some zeros, and then now we can divide. Yeah, so how do we divide with decimal numbers? Now, when you have the when you're dividing with decimal numbers, first ignore the decimal number, put it where it would be from the 3, and put it where it'll be that same spot for the answer. Okay, so ignore the decimal point and just look at the 3. The 3 and all of its zeros. So, if we go up to 2 digits, we can do 8 goes into 30. How many times can 8 go into 30? Yep, 3 times. And then 3 times 8 is 24, and then 30 minus 24 is 6, and then I'm going to drop down to 0. And then how many times can 8 go into 60? Yeah, 8. Okay, it's going to be a little hard to do it in your head, but then you can do it the opposite way. Remember, multiplying is the opposite of dividing. So just 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. Oh, hey, that's close enough. Yeah, 56. That's close to 60. And if I do go up more, then I'm definitely going to go over 60. So 7. 8 goes into 67 times before going over. Just 7 times 8 is 56. 60 minus 56 is 4. Drop down to last 0, and then there you go. 40. Oh, yeah. Oh, 8 goes into 45 times. So 8 times 5 is 40. No remainder. If you are given a fraction and asked to find the decimal, this is how you would do it. You just simply do the numerator divided by the denominator. Because that's what fractions are. They are really division signs. Okay, we have 7 minutes left. We're going to do two problems and go over them. It's 7 minutes. Okay, so everyone done writing this? Okay, so try to do number 3 and then try to do number 4. Number 3, it is a decimal number, so you're going to have to write this decimal number into, you have to turn this decimal into a fraction. Well, there's a whole number here, 5. So a mixed number with a fraction. Then convert this fraction right here, 7/8, into a decimal. Okay, teams, begin. You have 2 minutes. I'll give you something to eat after you do the problems. People asking for food now. Good. I could see some answers. You want 45 seconds left? Okay, I'm going to start talking about number 3 right now. So, okay, 5.75. So 5 is a whole number. It's before the decimal. So in a fraction, the 5 will be in front of the fraction. And then 75.75, that must be 75. The numerator is 75. And then, okay, this is 2-digit places. 2-digit places after the decimal, and we know 2-digit places after the decimal is the hundredth digit. So the denominator would be 100, because this is like saying 75 out of 100. And so we try to find the common number that can divide both of these. Hey, 75, and 100, what's the highest common number that can divide both of these? Yeah, 25, because when you think of it, like when you count by 25, 50, 75, oh, yep, you can do 25 times 3 to get 75. So, and of course, 25 times 4 makes 100. So 25 is a factor of 100 too. So 75 divided by 25 is 3, and 100 divided by 25 is 4. Good job, teams. I'm looking at the chat. I can see most of the team answers. Okay, 7/8. Right, 7/8 as a decimal. So 7/8 is also means 7 divided by 8. So we're gonna do 7 divided by 8.
But do you know
7's the first number, so it goes inside the long division sign, and 8 is the second number, so it goes outside. And yeah, we can't do we can't do 8 going to 7. So we're gonna extend 7, add the decimal point, add the zeros there. So now add 3. And then just ignore the decimal point, put it up here, because the answer will have the decimal point in the same place. And so just now just look at the digits. Let's go up to 2 digits. Ooh, 70. 8 times what equals the number closest to 70? Yep. 8 times 8 equals 64. So that's close. 70 minus 64 is 6, and then I drop down the 0, 60, and then 8 goes into 60. Oh, 7 times, because we remember 8 times 7 is 56. So 56 minus, okay, right over there. Okay, so 60 minus 56 is 4, and then drop down the last 0. Hey, look at that, 40. 40. So how many times can 8 go into 40? That's right, 5 times. Yeah. So 5 times 8 is 40, no remainder. Yeah, we got it. The answer is 0.875. Yeah, everyone's doing so well. Yep. So here's the easy thing. If you're converting fractions to decimal, all you need to do is divide. That's it. I'll give you a few more seconds to write this down, and then we're going to pick our treasure chest, because I know that all of you are excited to see what's behind the treasure today. Yeah, everyone's really excited. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the treasure chest right now. Oh, and yeah, teams, good job on the work today, teams. I saw your answers. Good. So here you go. I got you dinner. Pasta. Yeah, pasta with meat sauce. Yeah. Pasta meat sauce. And if you want, and I have something else with that, steak. Pasta and steak. Yeah, it's just about dinner time for some of us. Yeah. Ooh, delicious. Pasta and steak. Please don't feed it to Braxton. Nah. 6th graders, I know you're going to try to feed this to Braxton. Guess we'll have to have the 5th graders watch you too. Okay, so anyway, let's pick our treasure chest. Okay, so which one? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Okay, so tell me. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Uh-oh. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Okay. Most people are saying, I think more people are saying number 2. So let's see. Number 2? Oh no, homework, no. Everyone's getting homework. I'm just kidding. You're not getting homework. Yeah, there's no homework in this class. Okay, you can pick another one. So 1 or 3. 1 or 3. 1, 3, 1, 3. 1, 3, or 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so most people are saying number 3 first. So number 3. Ooh, Minecraft toys. Yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, everyone gets Minecraft toys. Yeah. Oh, we have some Roblox fans. Uh-oh, competition. Okay, want to see what was behind number 1?
Come with me.
Whoa, Pokemon toys. Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, so if we picked number 1, we would have gone Pokemon. Yeah. Okay, everyone, have a good night. Tomorrow's the last day of class. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Babu?